as far as like giving your blind faith to the professional community just cause they say so, they have not earned that. In real life, they've not in any way, shape, or form demonstrated any earning of that sort of confidence from the public and the conclusions that they reach. They're given it, but they're given it blindly. This has been in the news here the last couple days. Have you heard about this? The Telegraph from the UK has a story on it today. Depression is not caused by chemical imbalance. Here's just some excerpts from the article. Depression is not a chemical imbalance in the brain, and scientists have no idea how antidepressants work. A review by the University College London has concluded. Again, this is from the Telegraph by Sarah Napton, who is the science editor. July 20th, 2022. The article goes on to say, although 1 in 6 adults in England are currently prescribed antidepressants, most of which act by maintaining serotonin levels, the new analysis suggests depression is not actually caused by low levels of serotonin. Instead, depression may be more strongly equated with negative life events, which lower mood. Wow. Takes a team of scientists to reach this conclusion that I come up with on my own without doing a single study. In my own experience recovering from borderline personality disorder, and now being able to look back and understand exactly what I was doing to myself all those years, unconsciously and subconsciously, didn't even know I was doing it. Since the 1990s, antidepressant use has grown alongside the theory that the drugs establish correct levels of chemicals in the brain. But researchers say that is completely unfounded. Lead author Joanna Moncrief, a professor of psychiatry at UCL, says, I think we can safely say that after a vast amount of research conducted over several decades, there is no convincing evidence that depression is caused by serotonin abnormalities, particularly by lower levels or reduced activity of serotonin. Many people take antidepressants because they have been led to believe their depression has a biochemical cause, but this research suggests this belief is not grounded in evidence. And I saw this person make a comment on Twitter, and I'll tell you who they are, but I'm going to tell you also, I don't know who they are. So I'm hesitant to quote somebody that I don't even know their reputation or anything, but Riva, at Riva Tez, on Twitter said chemical imbalance was only a theory for depression causation, yet it was presented as facts to simplify a narrative in order to prescribe these medications. Now, it's convenient that this goes along with our topic today, doesn't it? In two different ways. You can't trust people blindly. I know you say, well, they're not people, they're psychiatrists. Okay, but they're people first. They're people first. And I'm telling you that everything, my entire recovery from borderline personality disorder was not thanks to them. There were some individuals within that community that helped me get just a couple of breakthroughs very early on. But then I had to do the rest of the work on my own. And I would say that is going to be the truth, too, for anybody who wants to actually rid themselves of issues that they're dealing with. They're going to have to, at some point, stop sucking on the teat of these psychologists and therapists, and while at the same time, I don't want to discourage you from seeking out their help, because they are better than nothing, and they do serve a purpose. But throwing your blind faith toward them is not the way to go about it. You want to take what you can from them, what's useful and helpful, with a grain of salt and with a lot of skepticism, and as a starting off point. That's what you want. You want it to be a starting off point that you can analyze, break down, build around, layer upon, and so forth.